gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison runs on the ones and twos. Got to change the banner here. It's certainly not spare time. We are not Husker Bowling. Those guys up and took off. We got DeMornay Pierson-El, the host as always, joining us via stream today as Family Matters to attend to. But nonetheless, DeMornay Pierson-El, how's it going on, a pretty warm day here in Lincoln, Nebraska, but a good one nonetheless?
Not too bad. Taking one day at a time, one day closer to game day. So, ready for that.
One day closer to game day indeed, and one game further away from what was a pretty tough Raiders performance. Good morning, Pierson-El. We'll start there. Thoughts on the Raiders? Lost 9-20 versus Jim Harbaugh's Chargers, who 2-0. They're taking off.
That was a game of just missed opportunity. I think it's just a lot of misfits on a lot of sides of the ball. Defense, held things together. Offense was, just misstepping all night, whether it's from, inaccurate deep, throwing the ball deep, inaccurate of getting Genty out of the way, getting going. Brock Bowers is hurt. Not to say that that's an excuse or anything like that, but, man, I'm telling you, I just don't know how I feel about Chip Kelly.
24 for 43, 180 yards, 3 picks, no touchdowns. Geno Smith, where are you at on him? Is this a Geno Smith problem or a offense as a whole doesn't know what we're doing?
I don't think it's necessarily a Geno Smith problem. If you go back and look at some of those shot plays, if it's a better thrown ball, it's a 50-50 ball. You're throwing to a rookie. He got to make a play. I understand that's what they were kind of missing. They were majority of those shots were like capable shot plays. I'm not mad at him. It was one-on-one coverage for the most part, and it just sometimes the guy made a better play at the ball. The ball got popped up and whatnot. So I can live with those. I'm not too mad about that because at least he's trying those shots.
Yeah, to your point, Geno Smith, he showed me enough tape at Seattle where I don't think this is the quarterback he is. I think it was just a bad game. And, I watched back the highlights of it because obviously the game was live when I was down here doing the shows. And to your point, a lot of 50-50 balls that weren't going in their favor. Some other QBs, though, this one more worrisome than your Raiders or maybe even my Chicago Bears, which is kind of hard to beat right now. Jacksonville Jaguars. We didn't talk about this yesterday, but Bengals go down without Burrow early and hits turf toe, torn some ligaments as well. So the timetable on turf toe is,
it's tough. That's a nagging injury. Ligaments are torn if surgery is required, which I think they said it is. That's a problem, especially, for your quarterback. He already gets hit enough. So yeah, that's a rough outing for Cincinnati for sure.
Even worse, Jacksonville Jaguars don't capitalize off of it. They still find a way to lose that game, and it's getting to the point with Trevor Lawrence. In this game, he was 24-42, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great. 2 picks, though. And then on the other side, Jake Browning. Tell you what, talk about 50-50 balls. He's going to keep slinging it, even if he threw a pick on the last one. 21 for 32, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns. He gives you 3 picks as well, flips the stat line of Trevor Lawrence. The difference was Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be comfortable in that position. And the difference of that game was, the Bengals were giving the Jaguars that game multiple times. Turning it over in brutal situations just for the Jaguars. And there was
to not capitalize.
Yeah, there's one drive in particular where they make it to the red zone and Trevor Lawrence just makes an awful pass and it gets picked off. And that's a game you have to take advantage of. I mean, they're out there without their QB. It's showing. They're giving you turnovers left and right, and you can't score off of any of them. And on the flip side, Browning, despite having some turnovers, makes the game-winning drive. Where are you at with Trevor Lawrence? And is it time to maybe move on?
I mean, you just paid him. I mean, at one point in time, he was the highest paid quarterback.
Yep.
I don't think that's fair. Again, I think he's had a new coach, new offensive coordinator, new head coach just about every year of his career. I think the guy that they got in there, give him some time. Of course, the guys that he's worked with and everything like that. He was with Baker and everything like that. So I'm not ready to set that ship a sail. But execution better from a player like that. You expect better play to come from, and I think they'll get things better and situated. I think they're on the right track. They got a lot of nice pieces down there. Everybody just has to stay healthy, and you need better quarterback play. So, hopefully, he starts to play better. Like I said, I don't know if it's more of a mental thing or just like I said, I bet it's frustrating learning new systems each and every year versus other places, people being in the same system, being comfortable.
Speaking of learning new systems, moving on with quarterbacks here, J.J. McCarthy. Maybe the Bears defense is just bad because Falcons had no problem. J.J. McCarthy in that one, 11 for 21, 50% completion rating. Just over 50%. And then 158 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And they lose that game 6-22. All 6 points for the Vikings came in that second quarter. I know McCarthy's young, but a little bit surprised to see such a steep drop off. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I mean, he put it together for one quarter versus the Bears, and then he never really put it together at all in that game versus the Falcons. McCarthy, I still think they should not have moved on from Sam Darnold.
I told you, I think that was the biggest mistake of the offseason. Like, I understand he had a game-winning drive and everything like that last week, and it looked good and whatnot, but they were also playing the Bears. The Bears got dismantled again by
50 burger to morning Pierson-El. Don't even show up.
I'm just saying. So, I think there's still Kevin. I like Kevin O'Connell. He does things for a reason. Let's hope this one pans out. Like I said, I mean, he's going to have some growing pains of adjusting to stuff and everything like that. I'm not mad at it, but sooner or later, he's going to have to be playing more consistent. Or that coaching staff might not be there on the long haul.
O'Connell, yeah. Everybody else, I don't know. Coordinators better check your bags. To me, they created their problems. So I don't feel bad for him. It's like you had a guy that not only met expectations, rose above anything that you could have possibly imagined.
He played 2 bad games all year. Mm-hmm. 2.
He was more promising than anything Brock Purdy did. And that's no slander to Brock Purdy, what he was doing in those playoffs. But when you kind of compare what Sam Darnold had and what the 49ers had cooking, like what Sam Darnold did was wildly impressive. And yeah, it very well could be one of the biggest mistakes of the offseason, along up there with Micah Parsons. And, you look at the Packers and you don't want to say Super Bowl this early, but like, man, if they keep going on this route and
the thing with the Packers, they go in phases. One, we have to see how healthy Jordan Love can be. That's one. Yeah. 2, we have to see how long before Mika's temper tantrums kind of come out and the stuff that he was doing in Dallas and see how that affects the team and moving forward with stuff and everything like that. 3, they still have to get out their division. Just because they look dominant, in the first quarter of the season and everything like that, it could switch. Like I said, Love can get hurt and they look completely different. So, do they look promising? Yes. Am I taking them to beat To beat Philadelphia, absolutely not. So I'm not ready to say that. So Super Bowl, regardless, it has to go through Philly, and I think Philly would still dominate them easily.
It'd be interesting. I don't know if it'd be an easy domination.
I think so.
I want to see it. I want to see. I would love for it to be a domination, but they've been really impressive. To your point, it has been streaky in years prior. If they keep this thing going, I'll have to reevaluate them. NFC North, what would it be right now? Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I would say that's fair. I would definitely say that. I would say that's fair. And we'll see. Hopefully, the Lions probably found something and kind of got their groove and see how things come out with that. But that's a fair assessment to say.
Yeah, I'm 100% certain on the bottom. No questions about number 4 there. Everyone can lock in that one 100% right.
Again, I think the situation there is Caleb just trying to be Superman too much instead of just letting the game kind of play out and come to him. You don't have to be Patrick Mahomes like every play.
Yeah, and we talked about that yesterday. Just gotta not figure out how to work within the offense and be in rhythm within the offense. You can do a lot of stuff on your own, but that's not going to take the team forward. He's got to figure out how to work within the offense that's being operated. I mean, his best plays are still his own.
I'll tell you what, the backup kid that they just gave $10 million to, Tyson.
Yeah,
you put him in, and trust. I think that the offense would operate even better just because of him not. And it's nothing against Caleb. Like I said, I understand what Caleb is. Caleb's had to do that, honestly, since Oklahoma. So you kind of, that's your play style. That's kind of your mantra. That's what it is and whatnot. You can't do that at the league. I mean, Kyler Murray wasn't even really, doing that per se. I mean, he was kind of doing what he was doing in college a little bit and everything like that. Even he had to change, So he has to fight his urges within himself. And I think he puts that team in a better situation 80% of the time.
I'm not like willing to cut the cord on Williams at all, but I mean, You're right in saying that Bajan's interesting, right? You paid him a lot of money and he's been with the Bears for a while now. And every single time he looks really good in preseason. He'll
just execute. He's not searching for the big play. He's not trying to wear, a super suit. He's not. He's very smart. He's very decisive. Not to say that Caleb isn't or whatnot, but he fights his urges, and he's on time. He's direct. He knows where he wants to go. He knows where the ball is supposed to go, and he's making that read quick and delivering fast and moving on within the offense. And that's something that Caleb does not do consistently enough for 4 quarters. Yeah, we see it for a quarter. Yeah, we see it for a few drives and everything like that. Then, the alter ego of Super Caleb comes out.
Yeah. Man, it's interesting. I'll give him like 2 more starts before that becomes a real possibility. If he has 2 more bad showings, like they might roll Bajan out there. And it doesn't mean Caleb's runs over, but you might get a podium presser where Ben Johnson's up there. We trust Caleb. He's a great player. We're going to send him out just so he can
It'll be teaching him a lesson.
Yep. And honestly, if Bajan's out there just purely running through the offense and not through his own attributes outside, what he can bring individual, like if he's just, again, that Ben Johnson offense is all about timing and rhythm. You got to figure that stuff out, especially if you're not going to put Burden in the game at situations and roll with Kmet and Loveland, and you got to get production out of that, and they just haven't. So keep an eye on the Bears quarterback situation. I don't think they're going to pull the plug on Williams,
and they're not even really using DJ Moore. Like I would suggest DJ probably will be a trade candidate, by November.
Honestly, like if you're a DJ Moore, this is worst years of your career, and then Burden's been the guy. I mean, already kind of plugged in there, and again, that's why it's interesting. There's certain moments where I was just surprised to see them not have Burden out there, considering he's been the X factor pretty early on, and you want it to be DJ Moore and some of those other guys. But again, you got the 2 tight ends out there, and you're not getting a whole lot of production out of them. Take one out, put Burden.
But is that the tight end's fault or is that Caleb's fault?
I think it's Williams. I think it probably falls on Williams and just not being in rhythm with the offense. Those are quick throws to a lot of those tight ends down the middle, just down the rails, where it's one,
it's
two,
timing.
three. Exactly.
It's play fake. You whip your head around. Your planter foot plants ball out. Like you can't timing thing. Even if you miss it off beat or anything like that, it's a precision type of offense.
And that's exactly. I think that might be the most we've agreed on in just about anything in sports. Is like, yeah, it's just timing. It has not been there at all for the Bears. Any head coach they've had, and especially with the Ben Johnson offense, you need that. Not dialed in. That's why they're 0-2. Before we go to break here, though, I do want to run a little bit of Bengals scheduling, because we talked about Joe Burrow being out, and by God's grace, they're 2-0. They made it. However, early in the season, it's really just about avoiding those bad losses that come to haunt you later in the year. That being said, can they give me their record through this stretch? And is this enough to bury the Bengals with Browning? It's bad. Bengals have coming up here the Minnesota Vikings on the road. 1-0 or 0-1?
I think they can win that one.
Broncos.
I would take the quarterback play of the
Browning?
Bengals before Vikings, and that's just the quarterback with the Vikings. I think the Bengals have a better chance to win.
I think the Vikings are just too well coached that when they do get those turnovers, they're going to take advantage of it. And even if it's not McCarthy, I think their defense will maybe even get a pick six or get some really favorable turnovers where it's like, one first down or not even, and we at least got 3 points on the board.
Bless your heart.
I think it might be an ugly game, one to watch. On the road, Broncos.
I think they lose.
Okay, so 1-1. At home, Lions. No shot they win. Not without Burrow.
I don't think so. I think that by that time the Lions are kind of rolling and figure things out. I got Lions.
Okay, so 1-2 in this 3-game stretch so far. On the road, Packers.
Loss.
1-3 at home, Steelers.
Loss.
All right. 1-4. Get right game. Couple get right games. And this is where hopefully you can get Joe Burrow back in the mix, because right now we got him. What do we say? You got him beating the Vikings. I don't. But even if we go your way, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got him at 1.
They said this is a 3-month recovery.
Oh my Lord.
I don't understand how 5 weeks and he's back out there. Yeah. Okay. He can get all the cortisone shots he want to and everything like that. Toe might be looking like Dion walking around out there.
We're still going with the list. So this is the makeup game. You have them at 1-4. Then you get Jets Bears. Do they win those?
I think they get probably both of those.
3-4. On the road, Steelers.
Loss.
4-6. At home, Patriots.
Win.
Okay. I mean, the way you have this right now, you're saying they're going to make it. I mean, if they can kind of flirt around 500, they'll be all right. But then this is where you're getting into November. You're probably still not going to – you're going to get Burrow very, very late at all. But then it's Ravens, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. But that
they can probably get Dolphins for sure. Cardinals, I'm not too sure, because Cardinals actually they're looking decent enough.
Mm-hmm. And then the Browns, I mean, they barely scraped out of that one early on. I mean, is this looking at the timetable for Joe Burrow and kind of looking at?
I think it's going to be close. I think they have a shot.
I'd give them like
it
30.
Really depends. It really depends on better quarterback play and solid defense. We don't know what we are, and we understand what their defense is or whatnot. But you're going to need your defense to step up a lot. And,
definitely.
And your quarterback can't have 3 interception games every other outing.
He's fun though. I like the confidence. Just airing that sucker out. Like, who cares? I'm throwing picks today, but we need points. And at the end of the day, he did just enough to again. Bengals are 2-0. You might not have guessed
for
it.
Now.
For now.
Check back in 3 weeks.
Yeah, especially after this little stretch here. Vikings, Broncos, Bengals, Packers. I think they go 0-4 right there. You're giving them a win versus the Vikings, but I think why I started with it, I just think there's a real good chance to kind of derail the entire vibes in Cincinnati if they just go 0-4 right after losing Burrow, despite having a gutsy comeback win versus the Jags. All right, we got
if that does happen, is Zach Taylor in the hot seat?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
He found a way to coach that team to a win versus Jacksonville. I mean, that to me that was a coaching win. Yeah. I don't care what you say. Like you figuring out how to get a win out of that game. Your guy threw 3 picks. You lose your star QB early in the game, and you still found a way to scheme it up. Like that's the Zach Taylor coaching win. I think they'd be foolish, and that's not just my bias. Like I think he's been really good for that city. They just, in my opinion, haven't done enough favors for him to really allow that team to take off. But with that being said, we'll throw it to break here. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says, it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in segment number 2, Don't Punt Hour. We'll see if we just straight up roll over the third break here as we're already 37 minutes into segment number 2. This one for you, DeMornay Pierson-El, involving your own Las Vegas Raiders. Thoughts on Tom Brady as a minority owner, also hopping in some booths, wearing the coach's headsets, and now also what's going to be here. He's going to broadcast 6 of the Raiders' regular season opponent games. Is there any conflict of interest with Tom Brady?
I mean, this has been a thing since when he was announced, having some type of ownership in it. So I don't understand why it's resurfacing again. They already said that it would be certain things that he would be excluded from. That way, it can't be an advantage. So I don't know, again, why it's bringing up a topic and why it's such a problem when they've already made it clear, like, what his guidelines and rules can be.
Yeah, and they put it out there. NFL issued a statement because, again, this was flaring up again. And they have, quote, "There are no policies that prohibit an owner from sitting in the coach's booth or wearing a headset during the game." Blah, blah, blah. Brady was sitting in the booth in his capacity as a limited partner. All personnel sitting in the booths must abide by policies that prohibit the use of electronic devices other than league-issued equipment, such as a Microsoft Surface tablet for the sideline viewing system. So the rules are out there. They double down on it. There's no rules that he's breaking. And I don't know, that seems like a win for the NFL, having Tom Brady go ahead and announce 6 games for me. I'll take it as just an NFL fan, hearing Tom Brady break down games.
I mean, that's what people want. Tony Romo does a good thing at it. Greg Olsen does a good thing at it. So I mean, it's something to cry about. He's no longer playing again. Now it's okay. Like I said, they've already addressed it. They've already said certain things won't be said in front of him. So I think they were saying that the other broadcasters and everything like that would meet with the opposing team and kind of have, I think, like a 15 or 20-minute meeting to kind of go over some things, and then Tom can come in later to kind of ask what he wants and everything like that and go from there. So again, I don't understand why it's a big deal when he won't be put in that position to cheat.
He's still got a lot of haters out there, apparently. That's kind of why I'm getting out of this. Because, again, like, I got no issues with it. That's why I wanted to ask you, is like, do I not understand this? I mean,
like I said, I understand it. Yes, there is a conflict. Yes, it looks weird and it could be potentially weird. But like I said, they've already came out with what the guidelines is. So I know Marcus, I think Spears was blowing up on First Take this morning about it and everything like that. And it's like, come on now. Like, I know y'all know that there are rules with him being in places. So like I'm not going for it, not falling for it.
You saw the same thing. I saw Spears losing his damn mind about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about here. Like, I didn't see I can see where there's like a conflict of interest, but I didn't see to the point where I'm like, oh my god, the NFL is like, what are we doing here? There's chaos. Like, it's not that crazy.
It's not that deep.
No, there's guidelines that he's got to still follow. Like, he can put on the headset, but he can't just go, oh, let me go look at that tape that you guys are looking at as well. Let
Because
me
even
go.
if he gets caught doing something along the lines of that and everything like that, I guarantee you there will be strong repercussions for it. So
NFL doesn't care who you are. We've learned that much. They'll throw you off a bridge if they think you are hurting.
I mean, they forced the Commanders' old ownership out. Same thing with the Texans' ownership. So I'm not. That's like I said, that's the least of my worries.
Yeah, and you know how much money that Commanders owner had? A lot. Didn't matter. Get out. It was pretty clear. So I'm not worried until there's something to worry about. I don't want to hear it. I like it more for the NFL than I think it's actually going to go hurt the NFL. So that's my quick thoughts on that. Real quick update on some baseball, as we do still have the Kansas City Royals on the brick and mortar. Sometimes I tell you guys to download the Ticket app for your own heart. They're down 10-3 to the Seattle Mariners at the bottom of the sixth. It was 10-1. They got 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, so it was even worse. They're down by 9 runs early. And again, download the Ticket app. Sometimes, even if you're a Royals fan, you might not want to keep listening. You might want to switch over to locally and take your mind off it. At least wait a few innings to see if it gets better. But nonetheless, that is your update. Seattle Mariners 82-68 up on the Royals 10-3. Kansas City Royals are 75-75. Postseason looking like a major long shot. I mean, I'd imagine percentage-wise they're under 5% now. It's not a whole lot of ball games left, but they'll still be on the brick and mortar, and maybe a miracle can happen. You'd have to really crunch the numbers to see if it's still possible based on the number of games left, but it's not looking great today. And if they take a loss today, it's really pretty much, it's getting to the point where we can, wash off our hands and say it's over. Because if you go a game below 500 this late into the season, when I think they were like 4 games behind last time I checked, it's not looking great for the Kansas City Royals. So there's your update on those guys. Some other things of note here. Good morning, Pierson-El. We'll make Tuesdays kind of NFL days. I want to just go through what we think the best teams in the NFL are right now. Power rankings after week 2. Who is the number 1 team that everyone should acknowledge?
I think it's the Eagles.
Can't disagree. They didn't take a break off of where they were last year. They're still running teams over. Nobody has the answer for the tush push yet. People are still trying to get it banned, but I think we talked about that too. Like, refs call the false start if you see it, but otherwise they're not doing anything illegal. I don't think you should ever ban that play. But there's no real weaknesses I'm seeing with the Eagles just quite yet.
Agreed.
Yeah, okay. 1. Number 2.
I'm gonna throw the Chargers.
Oh, Jim Harbaugh.
I mean, you went in and slayed the dragon. They're playing real good football. It may be ugly or whatnot. They're playing strong defense. Herbie has them, moving the ball. I think they're going to be a problem for people this year.
I like them, not that high yet. Give me the Bills.
Okay.
I mean, Josh Allen just like ruptured his nose and then just like, I'll play through it real quick. That team's just, they got a lot.
I got them at 3.
Okay. We don't need to spend too much time. Obvious reasons why. James Cook, slightly underrated running back. He's not crazy underrated, but he's nice on that squad too. They kind of.
It's here's my thing with them. Like, they're gonna win their division and have a secure spot. They get things done. I understand that and everything like that. They have an easy path to the playoffs every year. They do. So I mean, they might have 2 hard games maybe in the playoffs. Like, I understand, like, it's not their fault that they get the deck that they got dealt. But I mean, Josh Allen is playing good. I'll give him that. I still think he wasn't the MVP last year. That's just my own opinion.
They got the years backwards. 2 years ago, been Josh Allen. Last year should have been Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
I don't know what they do for those half the time.
So I'll give them 3.
Okay. I'm okay with that. This is tough. I think it's fair. Give me I put the Bills at 2. At my 3, give me the Baltimore Ravens. I know they lost to the Bills, but
I got them at 4 just because they have to turn the page. Like, you have so many players and everything like that. And I know you can play tough. I know you can shut down people. I know you're explosive and everything like that. But at some point in time, it's like you have to win. You have to pull out these big games. And I'm not saying it's all on Lamar, because it's not. Has he made mistakes with stuff and everything like that? I think these past 2 years, honestly, was not his fault. Yes, the turnover and everything like that, but it happens. We've seen Patrick Mahomes turn it over and still defy the odds and beat the outcome. We've seen Tom Brady do that and everything like that. So I'm not hanging it all on him. But as a team, the way that they've lost, I can't trust them enough for them to win the games that they should win when it matters, and that's why they are as low as they are.
Okay, fair enough. Packers 4. I said maybe Super Bowl earlier in the show. I do mean it to a degree. What they've shown so far has been pretty dominant. And after them beating the Lions the way they did, I was maybe hoping the Lions weren't as good as they were, and they just blew the doors off of the Bears. I think the Bears are a bad team.
I'm not ready to say that yet. You're talking about the Lions. The Lions are in a rebuild. Not a rebuild, but the Lions are trying to find their identity. So I would like to see the Packers do it again, do it against some quality teams in the AFC and the NFC a little bit more. Do that against Denver. Let me see how you hold up against Philadelphia. Let me see how you hold up against some of these other teams. We've seen what they did with Washington. I got that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see that a little bit more before, I kind of give that stamp of approval.
All right. Number 5.
Would I be wrong if I say Tampa Bay?
I was going to say Tampa Bay and Chargers at 6. I was between Tampa Bay and the Chargers.
Bucky, the same thing with the Bills running their division. I get Baker and them, running their division, but man, I just like the grittiness that they play with. I like how Todd Bowles calls the defense. They're going to be a handful for people, and I think they are a deep playoff team run. I don't know if NFC Championship type run team, but definitely second round, pushing some of those teams to the limit. They're right there.
And I really do think Baker Mayfield might be one of the best leaders in football right now. I mean, we talk about his journey all the time, but this guy was cut by the Panthers, for crying out loud. The Panthers thought they were too good for Baker Mayfield. And then we all know the story. He goes to the Rams, he wins that game, and then he gets these opportunities after. But I think sometimes people forget he didn't get traded. He got cut. His NFL career was a complete fog. And then, luckily the Rams needed him, but it's just crazy. So the amount of, emotional wear and tear that he probably went through, and for him to be playing the way he is, and then you go ahead and get Bucky Irving, who's been a nice plug-in instantly. Hold on. The Buccaneers might be cooking this year. And I don't know what the ceiling is, but I don't think it's a stretch to say this is the top 5 team in the NFL right now. Knowing a lot of the other teams, and they're going through some turnover, trying to figure it out.
You know what you're getting from the Buccaneers.
100%. And the Buccaneers are 2-0, and the Chiefs are up 0-2. We're at that point in the season to where some of these teams, I know it's early on, but you kind of got to take what they're showing you. And they know 100% what their identity is. Defense is still good. They're an offense that doesn't need to score 40 points or 30 points. They can beat you most games by scoring 24, 27 points. And that's great for a guy like Baker Mayfield, who can just really dominate time of possessions in certain games and just kind of has that clutch DNA factor to where if it comes to a drive at the end of the game, I like the idea of Baker Mayfield being the guy to lead it. So yeah. I don't think it's a stretch to put him 5 or 6. But I got Chargers at 6. You can really go reverse either of those two. And then we kind of get to the one-loss teams. I'll ask you this, because we can talk about this forever. Where would you put the Kansas City Chiefs? Being 0-2, and you don't have to give me a specific number, but bottom, middle, top third, you can split it in quarters. Where are the Chiefs?
I would say somewhere in the middle. I mean, obviously they're injured. They're not at full strength, and I think that's probably has a lot to do with stuff. I mean, you got friendly fire with a guy tearing his labrum. I know they're saying he's questionable week to week and everything like that. He's gonna have to wear a brace to even play football, which I mean, even if he tries to come back, I don't see him playing no more than 2 games before he shuts it down and just go ahead and get surgery. I mean, I would. Like, for you to have a receiver, your shoulder is going to be popping out. For you to land, every time you land, you're going to feel that. After the game, it's going to be like climbing Mount Everest. So I'm not sure why they just already just go ahead, put him on IR, have him go get the surgery, come back next year. But they've been their receiver room has been, questionable. You got Rice still on suspension and everything like that. So again, their identity, and like I said, people aren't scared of them. People seen them get hit in the mouth and know how to kind of, if you can manhandle them or make it a rough game and everything like that, you stand a chance. People are not afraid of them anymore.
No, that is most
They're
clear.
still a dangerous team. I still think they can turn things around. You still have to watch them. Again, if they can be a team, if they sneak into the playoffs, like, you would hate to play them. They're that type of team.
You know what would kill the Bills? Is if the Chiefs sneak into the playoffs and they beat the Bills. I mean, rip the heart out of Bills Nation. A year where you really think that the Chiefs are down and hurting. And again, the Worthy injury. I 100% agree with you. I don't know why you just take him out for the season. Go get the surgery done. That is an injury to me. That is, I'm not a doctor.
You don't play with shoulders, knees, ankles, and like wrists. Like you don't play with those things. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, you had a high ceiling and everything like that. How it even happened is crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that mesh sequence happens a lot. But for those to be on that pro level and everything like that, for that to kind of happen right then and there, it's kind of, that's a head scratcher. But your labrum is completely torn. That your shoulder can come out of socket. Like, yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and get surgery.
Need it. I mean, you could just see in that hit. I mean, the way his shoulder pops out and then rolls backwards, you can see it snap back, and then the momentum takes him back around. You can just see his shoulder. I'm trying to get a camera, just swinging around in a socket. It goes way backwards, and then it gets forced back forward. Get the surgery. That to me is, again, like, I don't have to be a doctor, but it's like, you look at the real doctors and everyone talk about it. The chance for re-injury on that is so high. And it's
not worth it, because the thing about that, like, when it comes to contracting time and everything like that, they're gonna hold your numbers being down, well, against you. So I mean, you might as well go and like, this is not. I mean, that's something from him. Like, it's going to be used as leverage. Like, they can say, oh, it's not and everything like that. It is, because they're not to say that they're not going to want to pay him. But it's definitely going to be a factor into things and everything like that. So you might as well go ahead and protect yourself.
I agree. I'm not going to let them use that against me.
No.
Later, when the contract comes up, because you guys want me to play through a very beat up shoulder. I mean, again, like, you just go watch it, and then the idea of him coming back as soon as he is, like, doesn't sit right with me unless they got some new medicine that I'm not familiar of, and they can just sew that thing back together. No worries. But I haven't seen anything like.
I mean, they're going to shoot it up. That's as best as they can. But I guarantee you, after the game, I mean, it's going to be, Niagara Falls from his eyes, because that is painful. I mean, I remember having 2 AC springs and coming back and trying to nurse that week in and week out for the first 2 days after the game. You can't lift up your shoulder. I mean, you can't lift your hand up or anything. It's just limp. So I can only imagine how a torn labrum feels.
Yeah. So even if he comes back, I'm not scared of Worthy the same way, because he's got to be, I think, unsure of himself.
Just hit him. And I don't mean this like in a negative way. One wrong good hit, or he lands on it and everything like it comes like, so it's. You're at that point in time, you're only hurting yourself more.
All right, final thing. I was gonna play this game throughout the year with no intention of my Bears being the subject. Give me the worst situation. Would you rather be the Dolphins or the Chicago Bears?
Bears.
Really?
Yep.
I think the Bears still have some tunnels, some exits.
McDaniels is on his way to getting fired.
Yes. but the Tua situation's a nightmare on that contract.
The thing about that is, one, Caleb, to our knowledge, we don't know injury history. I won't say he's injury prone, knock on wood. You have weapons down there and everything like that. You have a better team to prepare to play in the weather conditions. We've seen the stuff coming out of Miami. I mean, it's almost worse than when Flores was down there, and Flores was different stuff. At least he had the respect of,
they should have never fired him.
No,
should never have fired Flores.
No. So, I mean, did he handle things wrong? Absolutely, but he had your team playing well. Tua might get this guy fired. And you don't know. I mean, Tua's one slide away from another concussion. So I think Miami is definitely the worst situation.
Oh, Miami is the worst situation?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Bears. Yeah, I agree with you.
I was saying the Bears have a better situation. I thought that's how you asked it.
Yeah, I could have phrased it wrong, but no. I mean, the Tua. It's I double check it. It is through 2028, 167 million of it guaranteed, and I hate doing this to Tua because I don't like projecting just like concerns, but
Tua's been that way since he's been in college. He's been hurt every year in college.
Just doesn't look right in the pressers either. McDaniels, the whole vibe just feels.
People are over it.
Yes.
I mean, you're in Miami now. You like distractions can start to come in of Miami being Miami. People not taking things seriously. People, it can become a problem.
That's a good point. You know what? That's my hope. Chicago, let the winter hit. Boys will be locked in, focused. No, a Chicago winner, that's not a whole lot of fun.
I mean, but we've seen Miami be a 10-win team and go somewhere cold, and they're not Miami. So is that preparation? And you play cold teams. You go up to New England. You go up to MetLife.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you go up to Buffalo. So it's not like you're not used to it, and you're playing other AFC cold area teams. So mentality, preparedness, that's on the coach of having your guys ready.
Maybe this is the better comparison then, and then we'll get out of here. Jaguars or Dolphins?
I'm still going Jaguars. I'd rather take my chances with the Jaguars than Miami. You can say what you want about Trevor Lawrence and everything like that. He's had his health issues and everything like that, but he's also had new coaches every 7 months.
I agree. I would.
I'm staying away from Miami. I'm not touching Miami.
I'm not either. And Duval, give him some time. Year one, dumpster fire situation. And you are seeing them just kind of trying to figure it out yet. Some conversations between Trevor Lawrence and looking at the sideline. Not a great situation, but I agree. Miami, really, really bad look in the future. With that being said, we do got to get out of here. That is the Morning Pierson-El. I am Harrison Arns. Chris Rapp coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We will talk to you guys in just a little bit.